Hello my little cupcakes, it is I, your favorite shadow boy YouTuber of all time. Today I wanted to tell you a story about my first time going to London, and that was also my first time going on a trip by myself. I went there with an intention to live there, to get out of my parents' place and all that. I was 17 years old, so I didn't get to make too many decisions within this age since I wasn't fully aged and all that. So I went to the airport and I was very excited because it was the first time me going somewhere without being bound by my parents. And once I got there in London, I was stopped by a policeman, since I kind of asked him how to use a gate with my passport gate, and I was like, no, I'm not stopping for you, I am leaving. And he asked me like, why are you here by yourself if you're underage? Is someone picking you up or something? And I'm like, yeah, my mom's friend is waiting outside for me. But that wasn't true. I was supposed to go to my mom's friend's place, but she's not picking me up. So I just went and experienced the subway for the first time, which was very exciting with all the new sights that you could see out the windows. And it just, like, time was flying by. And you got to see so many things with just a blink of an eye. And it was so fascinating. Not just sights, but also views of the poor areas, graffitis on walls, normal living areas. The city was also very exciting. I went all across London, checking out sights. And then I made my way to my mom's friend's place. We're just gonna call her Joanna for now. And no, this is not a JoJo meme. Her name was not Joanna Joestar, okay? Moving on. So, I got to stay at Joanna's place for my stay. Like, until I found something for myself. That was the plan anyway. And while I was at her place, she asked me to keep an eye, like babysit her children. Keep an eye on her children, babysit them. And also bring and pick up her daughter from school. She was very young, maybe like 6 or 7 years old. And she thought her cat was evil. She called him Mr. Mittens. Was kind of exciting. And one day she came back, yeah, I have a new toy. And she had a Furby. And we know how Furbies are. They're creepy as fuck. Like, nah, I ain't dealing with Furbies anymore, bro. They creep me out. One time I took the battery out of a Furby I used to have, and they were still talking and at like 3 a.m. and like, fuck. So yeah, I'm not dealing with that shit anymore. But Miss Mittens was actually pretty chill in my book. He was pretty cool, but I'm still asking myself why she thought Miss Mittens was evil. But I thought the name was cool, and he was pretty chill. And while I was resting, I got to watch a bit of TV, where I first saw The Amazing World of Gumball, which was very cool. I love the series. And yeah, after that, some shit happened. So Joanna and her husband were actually in a fight. They were separated. They didn't live together. And one day, the father came in and kidnapped the children. which I was not aware of because I was out exploring London and the sites and figuring out how the Oyster card works and all that. So I got myself an Oyster card, and I came back and find out that the kids were kidnapped by the father, and Joanna had the police come in, and all that was happening while I was there. It was a bit much to handle, but I went with it. I was trying to figure out if I could be of any help and stuff, but apparently it was too much on Joanna and she sent me away. So I asked my mom if she knew anyone else that I could stay at for the time being, since she definitely couldn't keep me there anymore, since all that shit was happening with the police and the children being kidnapped, and the father didn't even want to send them to school anymore. So that was a lot to handle as a 17 years old, just first time going to London. So I ended up staying at my cousin's place that my mom introduced me to on that very day, and they were pretty cool. 3 of them were just living together in this one apartment house thingy, and there was a McDonald's nearby and a CX and a lot of cool stores that I just ended up checking out. A theater, the cinema, went to the movies, and it was so very exciting. Each time I go there, I'm very excited. It is like home. So I got to live with them a bit, check out the areas, and then I decided I'm gonna go get a job, since I actually want to not live with my parents anymore and make myself a proper living and maybe afford myself an own apartment. And I sent out, or like, I went to shops and stuff and brought applications that I wrote then and there with like curriculums and shit. And like I said, I went into the stores, asked them in person, would you hire me? Here's my curriculum and shit, my paperwork. And most of them said no, they couldn't take me because they were already full and they couldn't afford another worker, which made me sad. I had, in the end, I got a job at McDonald's down the street. Like, not down the street, but very close by. So I ended up at McDonald's and I was like, okay, fine, I got a job, cool. And I ended up liking it. I was doing so many different things. They didn't let me at the stove, but I got to make the fries and the soft drinks, bring out trash, checking up on the storage stuff. So there was a lot to do. The boss was kind of harsh. Like she was very let's say bossy. Like how am I gonna put this? Not that she had a lot of attitude or something, but she was strict. She was very strict. And if something didn't work out, she would get cross and all that. But it's all fine. All in all, she was actually pretty nice. Like, she was strict and all that, but she didn't hate on me or anything. So I was in good hands, I'd say. I got along with my co-workers. We had our specific shift hours. And everything was going nice. I got a McDonald's work uniform, which I was very fond of. Like, it looked so freaking cool, that's what I thought. And I had my job away from my parents, and I thought I was independent and all that. Still living with my cousins. And that I just was focused on the job now because I wanted the money, and I had it. They told me they can't pay me until I get a bank account, and I was wondering why. But so I tried to set up a bank account, and that took me like a week to talk to them about. I had to come back every day or every 2 days, like a few days in the week and whatever. And then my father decides, no, you cannot do this. This freaking London shit anymore because I need you over here. And I was like, no, I'm building myself a life here now. And then he shut everything down from his side. Since he had connections with my cousins, he got them to tell me I can't live with them anymore. And they sent me back on an airplane to my parents' place, which in the end they picked me up from the airport, which made me very sad because I had everything going for me. Okay, McDonald's wasn't the best choice, sure, but I felt like I was doing something with my life for once. I wasn't relying on my father or my mom. I finally got to meet some new family members I have never ever heard about up until then. And yeah, all in all, it didn't work out, though I did enjoy my stay there. And then I found out they have anime and gaming conventions there, so I tend to visit London just to revisit it and to go to those specific conventions from that day on. Like, the first trip to London was a huge ass experience out of my comfort zone, and I made new experiences, new contacts. I got new friends in that I can meet up with at the conventions in London, and from there on I was thinking this was like a new chapter of my life that got opened up for me. And yeah, London is part of a big story point in my life, and I hope you liked watching, listening to me going on and on about London and my first time there. If you like this kind of content with me telling stories, let me know, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Shadow and out.